UFC Vegas 107, Maycee Barber versus Erin Blanchfield did actually not take place this last Saturday, although it has been a day, and it's actually late Monday. I'm going to keep it real. It's been a long weekend. I don't care about this card. No one cares about this card. It was one of the worst UFC Apex events of all time, and I'm only doing this video just so I can keep up the streak. So in this video, I'll go through my breakdown and picks results, even though I don't want to, and no one cares. Alright, so the first fight we're going to be talking about is Zachary Reese versus Dusko Todorovic. Zachary Reese won. I picked him, so I'm happy about that. At least I got the pick right. He wins by decision. It was a boring performance. Nothing really of note happened. Neither of these guys looked very good in this fight. Zachary Reese clearly won, but neither of them looked amazing. This wasn't a breakout or standout performance. Not a breakout performance. It wasn't a standout performance for Zachary Reese. It was just a fight and the Apex. There's really not even that much to say about it. If you look at the strikes here, there's dead even on total strikes. Significant strikes were heavily in favor of Zachary Reese, and then there were some takedowns that happened in the submission attempt. Who remembers? I don't remember. I think about it, a guillotine. This is one of those fights years down the line no one will ever remember, no one will ever talk about. Todorovic will be someone no one ever talks about. Zachary Reese, maybe something someday, but this fight will be glanced over. It won't be looked at. It won't be broke down. And I'm not even going to break it down because you know what? I drank way too much on Saturday. And I missed the co-main and main event. We'll get to that when we get there. But yeah, I barely remember these fights. But yeah, let's get to the next one. The next fight that happened, Ketlen Vieira versus Maycee Chiasson. Couldn't have been more wrong. Maycee Chiasson was completely outclassed in this fight. Ketlen Vieira just dominated. Chiasson didn't look like she wanted to be there. It looked like an insane mismatch. I mean, I don't think any people really broke this down and cared so much about the outcome, but I thought Chiasson would be the better fighter here. It was clearly Ketlen Vieira was the better fighter, but again, this was a boring fight. This was not something anyone wanted to watch. Chiasson's performance was laughable. It was just Ketlen Vieira did okay. She did okay. I mean, what else is there to fucking say? I don't even want to fucking do this shit. I'm sick of these events. At least we hit like 2 months or something crazy like that without an Apex event. And next week is a good pay-per-view. It's O'Malley versus Marab. So I'm just going to rush through this. I don't care. I don't think anyone cares. I don't think anyone gives a shit. Chiasson clearly outstruck her. Significant strikes were meh. I think this is like, yeah, no takedowns happened. Fuck this shit. Fuck this fight. This fight happened. Ketlen Vieira won. I was wrong. There you go. I don't want to do this. I don't want to fucking do it. The only sense of violence we had the whole night, only TKO KO, Justin Jacoby brought it, and I was right. So I'm happy about that pick. Did I think it would be a TKO KO? No. Did I think Bruno Lopez would fold round one to, I think it was a jab that rocked him, and then Jacoby just put on the heat and finished him? Early round one, Round 1 KO, TKO. It was nice. It was good. And you know what's fucking insane? Justin Jacoby didn't get a bonus. The only TKO on the card, he didn't get a bonus. I mean, this just shows the UFC doesn't give a shit. No one cares about these events. No one cares about this event no more. This Apex, they just send these fights on here for the fighters to die. And by die, I mean die out of relevance, die from our memories, and not actually die because there were barely any memorable. There's no finishes, basically. There was 2 on the main card, but it's just like nothing memorable happened. I also drank too much and got rid of all those memories. So I do remember Jacoby did win. This is around another thing. I did pass out on stream. This is something that happened. If you check out the Twitch, you can see where my stream just goes black for the rest of the event and then shuts off because I woke up and was like, oh, the stream's still going. Maycee Barber versus Erin Blanchfield canceled. Goodbye. I'm going to drink more and do stupid shit, and that was what happened that night. It was a long night. There's a reason that I'm not doing this video until, I'm recording this at 9:30. I'll probably post it in an hour. So I was going to be posted at 10:30. This is long past anyone cares about this event. This is... What am I doing here? What are we doing here? Anyway, Justin Jacoby, 1 knockdown, barely any strikes. It was round 1. He did it. Real winner of this, not the fans, not the main event, not the co-main event. Dustin Jacoby's the real winner, the only highlight of this card. Let's get on to the next one. Billy Ray Goff, Ramiz Brahimaj. I don't remember this fight. I do remember Billy Ray Goff getting submitted brutally, but the whiskey had fully taken over, and this was right before I took my break from the stream and ended up waking up on my floor 30 minutes later. So, this fight, I was completely wrong again. So, what does that put me? That puts me 1-2, or no, 2-2. 2-2 on picks on the main card. Horrible, but who cares, right? Who gives a shit? Nobody. Who's watching this? Nobody. I don't care. You don't care. No one cares. Billy Ray Goff got submitted. Guillotine choke. He went to sleep. Interesting thing to note. They randomly decided to add ref cams like the PFL. So that was cool. It was fun to watch Billy Ray Goff's body go limp and lifeless on the ref cam. See it from his point of view. It's pretty fun to see that. Yeah, Billy Ray Goff was a big favorite as well. Had a lot of people were picking him. Was this a fight of the year contender? No. So anyone who said that is dumb still. Brahimaj just submitted him, left him out lifeless early. This truly was within the first half of the first round. This truly was early, yeah. And I fell asleep after this. So this was the two only things memorable on the card: Dustin Jacoby, Ramiz Brahimaj. Their finishes, round one. I passed out after this. I have no idea what happened. Yeah. 2-2 on picks. Let's get into the co-main that is the main event, and then I'll go on a small rant about Maycee Barber and Erin Blanchfield, and we'll call this video good, right? You care? No one cares? I don't care? Yeah. Here's the next one. All right. The co-main event that turned into the main event. Matthias Gamrot versus Ludwig Klein. I was face down on my carpet. Passed out. I didn't watch this fight. From what I heard, though, Matthias Gamrot did his thing. I think someone said he got, there was a slight trouble in the first round maybe, or Ludwig Klein had a little bit of success in the first round, and then Gamrot just laid on him. Did his Gamrot thing, show that there's levels. Ludwig Klein is not on the level of Gamrot. I think my prediction was pretty apt. Good to know it wasn't 5 rounds. I think maybe he could have got a finish in the later rounds. If you look here, there's 142 significant strikes, so maybe something did happen. I mean, not significant, 142 total strikes and 65 significant, 6 of 11 on takedowns. Ludwig Klein was able to stuff some, it seems, but 6 takedowns, he got a lot. Okay, he's shooting at 54%. 54% from that takedown close up range. So he had success. He did his Gamrot thing, just like I said he would. Real top tier predictor right here. You know, I'm a real professional at this, as you could see, because I didn't even watch the fight and I passed out. Real professional shit only. So yeah, Gamrot won by decision. I'm assuming it was all 3 rounds. From what I heard, it was all 3 rounds. He did his Gamrot thing, just like I said. So that was a perfect prediction for me, leaving me 3-2 on the main card. And I would have been 4-2 because Erin Blanchfield would have dominated Maycee Barber, and it wouldn't have been close. And now let's talk about this. Let's pull this canceled fight up. Maycee Barber, right before she's supposed to walk out, they do a slight delay. And then they announce that the fight is canceled and Maycee Barber hasn't been medically cleared. She had a damn seizure. She shows up, misses weight. Everyone on Twitter points out she clearly got breast implants. Clearly got that out of nowhere. So that was something that was the highlight of her missing weight. And everyone's like, oh, I know why she missed weight. And then she doesn't walk out and has a seizure, and the fight gets canceled. Maycee Barber's dead. Her career's dead. Her hype's dead. She's dead. Her fan base is dead. Erin Blanchfield would have dominated. And then, although the fight didn't happen, Erin Blanchfield got a 10-8 over Maycee Barber in the post-fight interview when they asked her about it, and Erin Blanchfield just said, yeah, Maycee's a mess, and her life is a mess, and she needs to get things fixed. Apt. My GOAT, Erin Blanchfield here. Give Erin Blanchfield a step up. Give her something good. she deserves a good matchup after this. She was absolutely screwed. She at least got her fight bonus, or her show money and her win bonus, which was very deserved, because Maycee Barber had a seizure and died and couldn't make it to the walkout. It's just a truly poetic ending to one of the worst UFC Apex events of all time. So the fight that was the main event that no one was really that hyped about, that we were all waiting for, that we were all waiting around for this to be done, and it just never happens. It ends early. So fantastic, right? Fantastic. It's just truly the perfect ending to the best, worst, most. I can't even be sarcastic about it. Can't even be sarcastic or ironic about this. The worst UFC Apex event of all time. This is not just because that I passed out and missed the last 2 fights and I didn't see it, and then it's not just because of that. It sucked. It truly was a god awful event. I pray we have no other events that come to this. I hope this is the worst. This is the low point. Everyone on Twitter was talking about how the UFC fell off. The UFC isn't that big anymore. It's garbage now. When they're just squeezing this, vomiting this garbage out onto us, it sure feels like the UFC has fell off and is no longer relevant. It sure feels like that when they just throw up on us and disrespect us with this and piss in our faces with a garbage event like this. At least they added the ref cam. Anyways, that was UFC 107, UFC Vegas 107. Blanchfield versus Barber. That turned to be Ludwig Klein versus Mateusz Gamrot. Yeah, on to bigger, better things. Hopefully it's nothing but better things from here on out. All right, that is it. Like and subscribe if you want. Who cares, right? I'll be posting my breakdown of the actual decent event this Thursday. This Thursday, I'm gonna shoot for Thursday to get this video out. Let me get back on it. You know, there's actually some hype because it's Sean O'Malley versus Merab Dvalishvili. It'll be fun. We could do that. I'll be happy again. You know, it's truly a bipolar sport. It's ups and downs. You're happy, you're sad with this here UFC. With going from Erin Blanchfield, Maycee Barber to Sean O'Malley, Merab Dvalishvili. Truly wonderful. Anyways, that's it. Check me out on Twitch. I'll post a video Thursday. Goodbye.